It's 4 o'clock p.m. and you know what time it is. It's time for How You Doing Thursday. It's time for that Rohas the Next Level show. So hit that thumbs up and watch the show. And guess what? If somebody tells you to do something, you say, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Rohas the Next Level show. How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing?
That intro is always awesome.
Hell yeah.
Always awesome. Hi, everyone. It's Thursday.
God damn. Canuck Mark's having beer for lunch or something.
No, I'm just like, yeah, dude. Hook it up, hook it up. And the opening Mark looks like gangster with the hat. Actually, let me show it one more time here, just in case you guys missed the intro. Because I noticed when you do go live, you know what? I should start the countdown. So that way, you know what I mean? Let me show it one more time for anybody out there who's missing it out. So here's the intro.
Say.
When you have the hat on like that, you're like, Buzz TV. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Oh, man. What do you guys think about that image? If you guys saw the image about Netflix price hike, as soon as I saw it, I was like, holy crap, that's awesome. Buzz TV Gangsta Hat. That's right. How is everyone doing on this lovely Thursday, January 1st, 2022? How are you doing, Next?
I'm okay.
I saw you were snowed in.
Yeah, Upward Prep, she's getting more snow than I am here, but
Man. Your face is like, did you drop the food? Like, don't do it, ese. Don't do it, ese vato. You guys are reading this right. Netflix price hike. Netflix prices are going up. And we're going to cover it here on Beyond the Streams Live. So, he didn't drop the food, right?
no.
We're still good?
We're still good.
Okay, we're still good.
So here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think that the timing was strategically planned because Netflix is about to report their Q4 earnings? And do you think their price hike could be a reflection of their earnings being lower and them trying to compensate?
Maybe. You know what? Because now you can't share your account outside of your IP address now.
Mm-hmm.
If you have a different IP address, it's going to kick everybody out. So one, you can't share it anymore, which means people have to now buy their own subscription. But with other apps, actually, you know what? I'm going to say it like this. With other better apps out there, with better deals, better pricings, people probably have canceled their Netflix account. And we've heard Disney's is coming for them big time. They've had this huge jump in subscribers. Same with Apple TV. So, yeah, yeah.
Well, I would hope that if they're cracking down on people sharing accounts, that they would either leave the prices the same or they would bring it down, because then it would incline people to purchase their own accounts, and then therefore they would have more subscribers, right? Because the people that are sharing need an incentive to purchase their own account. But they went the opposite way, which confuses me.
Oh, man. So there you go. Buzz TV deal. Man, look at all these banners coming up out of nowhere.
What?
Buzz TV deal.
Yeah, there's links down below for all kinds of stuff. Make sure you check them out.
Make sure you guys do check them out. Here we go. I like this one better. Buzz TV exclusive deal in the description below. And same thing with VPN exclusive deals.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys get that. Dude,
But we saw this coming though. It's like Netflix was gearing towards that $19.99 a month price target. That's what they were going towards. That's what we're at now. I hope they stop for a little bit, but who knows?
you know, and I absolutely agree here. Canuck Mark is saying, I feel Netflix is already too much. It is. And he also dropped it before it went over $10 a month ago. Netflix is ridiculous. Very ridiculous. So today I am drinking bubbly. This video has been brought to you by. It's good. It's good. It's good. I finished my Rockstar earlier, so I'm actually done with my Rockstar. Anybody out there that's jumping in, make sure you guys are subscribed to the BS Clips channel, Beyond the Streams Clips. So we give you some bite-sized episodes of the full podcast. Sometimes some people might have missed something, and what we do is we grab like 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the most of a very specific topic that we've discussed. So make sure you guys are subscribed to BS Clips. You'll find that in the description below and also in the channel. So a lot of stuff coming on BS Clips. That's all I'm saying. There's going to be some crazy stuff coming that you guys are going to be like, what in the world?
So there was an article by CNN that was kind of talking about what's going on at Netflix here. And sometimes I like to step out of, the streaming news like reporters and see what other people are saying. So it's kind of nice to see CNN from the business perspective, talking about how Netflix has to spend money to make money. And last year they spent, where was it? $17 billion globally and $12 billion the year before. They're investing in a lot around the world, not just in North America. And we've talked about it in the past that they're really getting into places like India per se, right? So I think that, there has to be a lot of money to be spent to acquire new licenses, new content, especially once we get out of, that Western hemisphere.
Yeah.
They've lost a lot to Disney and to Paramount and to Hulu and whoever else that have stripped the content from them, and they have to acquire new stuff. And I've kind of mentioned if they're getting into, South Asia, it would be really interesting to see them start buying up some of the Bollywood content. And that would be a really good play for them. But does that really need to affect the other markets per se? I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, should we have to pay for that? I don't know.
I agree. I don't think we should, but I agree. Real quick, just wanted to give a quick shout out. A few people. If you're here listening, make sure you guys do say hello so we know who's here. Make sure you guys also grab the link and share it around the groups, share it around Telegram, Twitter, Facebook, MySpace if you got it. But what's up, Canuck Mark? Good day, eh? Good day. Good day. What's up, Santos Rivera? What's up, everyone? What's up?
What's up,
Edwin. Hi, everybody, and hope that you guys are doing well. So far, so good. Daryl, yeah, Netflix Premium is $20.99 CAD. That is insane. Orale ese, what's up, Vato Loco? Mike C. Mike C's in the house. What's up? What's up? What's up, Brad? Hey, guys, what's going on? Michael Forte, good to see you, brother. Hello to all. I'm guessing my sisters and brothers. Niner fans?
It's a no. It's a no.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah, I don't I get it. India's prices went, but didn't India's prices went down? We just covered this too.
They started pretty cheap at like $5 a month or something, but they don't need 4K content as well. So give and take, give and take. There's a lot of interesting things that's happening with this market right now. For instance, I'm a huge Ozark fan. Ozark's coming out tomorrow, and they're only releasing like the first and second episode at the most. So I gotta wait. So the whole reason that these streaming platforms became popular is because we used to binge watch all the stuff. Now I can't binge watch stuff. Now you're gonna make me buy that subscription and hold on to that subscription. And you know what I mean? I guess it's nice because maybe they couldn't record everything all together because of the pandemic and everything. And this is the best way for them to get it out without making everybody wait to watch it. But I don't know. There are going to be some really, really good shows that are coming out on Netflix that are giving some diversity to the market. I have to point that out. Netflix is bringing diversity to the market, because when I think about you and I, we love our Disney, we love our sci-fi, we love all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of other people that watch other things around the world. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of good like rom-coms and comedies and dramas and crimes and all that kind of stuff. And Netflix is investing into some of those markets to bring out and put them on a pedestal. So I do have to give, a shout out for them to do that. But then there's also other companies like Hulu and Apple TV that are doing a great job, but I don't think that they're producing enough bangers yet. Like there's some great shows on Apple TV, like Defending Jacob, one of my favorite shows from 2020. Great show, great crime show, amazing. But aside from that and maybe two other shows, what else am I really watching on Apple TV right now?
So I've seen several shows on Apple TV so far.
Yeah.
And I love all of them so far.
Right.
I want to say, I'm trying to think, Morning Show, Ted Lasso, Michael Key is in it, in this other one. That one was it was like a musical TV show, which was good. It was different. It was good though. What else did I want to say there's either 4 or 5 shows, now that I'm thinking about it, that I've seen. Not Jazzercise, Physical. That one was good. That one was twisted. But you know what? I haven't seen that one that you mentioned yet. There's a couple on my list from Apple TV that I haven't seen yet, but everything that I've seen originals from Apple has been great. Hulu, what does Hulu have that's original?
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale is great.
Big show. A lot of people love that.
I love it. I think they're going to do one more season and they're done. What else?
Oh, I think actually Netflix is reporting their earnings while we're live streaming, actually.
Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
So. But not right now, not at this moment, but like we're going to be live streaming when they report it. I think so. I'm going to actually look into that. Let me see what else Hulu has.
Yeah, what else does Hulu have? What is Handmaid's Tale is a great show. I love it.
Aren't they partnered with Paramount or no?
Hulu?
No, they're not.
I don't think so.
Oh, so Hulu has the How to Train Your Dragon stuff, which is a great show. How I Met Your Father, Sex Appeal, Mother Android. I'm gonna have to check that one out because I haven't seen that one either yet. Candified, The Housewife, Von Dutch, The Great, Animaniacs. The Next Thing You Eat, Dope Sick. What is this stuff? But like banger wise, I don't really know.
I don't hear any of them.
Letterkenny,
Handmaid's Tale. That's it.
Well, let me see.
It's the only one that I can hear that's a big one. But other than that, they don't have Hulu. Hulu's more of a re-streaming service. I don't think they're really focusing on getting too many originals out there.
Why aren't you working? All right,
Yeah,
one
love
second.
Ted Lasso, Michael Forte. Love Ted Lasso. I love that show.
All
So
right.
yeah, I don't know. It's I don't think there's anything. Does anybody know Hulu wise originals that's really, really good? Letter Kenny is funny. Is that
Yeah.
Hulu?
It's Hulu, yeah. Yeah. So I got a list here of I think the top 10.
Okay.
So it says 9 Perfect Strangers, The
I heard that's good.
Great, Devs, High Fidelity, Handmaid's Tale, Normal People, Castle Rock,
Mhm.
Casual, The Act, Pen 15. Did they really name the show Pen 15? Oh my god.
Now we're gonna watch it just to see what the hell it is.
No, I'm not watching that. No, I'm good. I'm good. Catch 22, Veronica Mars, Looming Tower. These are all TV shows. What about movies? They have movies? No, they wouldn't, right?
I would think they would. I would think they would.
Looks like burning. Got to check the pasta. 1 second.
Oh, 1 second. Okay, well, while he's doing this, I want to touch on the actual prices. What are the actual prices for 2022? And to me, this is insane. I'm going to show you guys a chart here of everything that you need to know, where it's gone, before we dive into the list of movies. So check this one out. This is crazy. So these are the Netflix prices, if you guys can see this. So it started, and actually they only had standard HD definition forever, which was 2 screens, and that was at $7.99. That was back in 2011. They moved that price down. Instead of 2 screens, they moved it down to 1 screen, and you didn't get high definition. You got standard, or not even standard. No, yeah, standard, no HD, just basic at $7.99. And they kept that price from 2014, 15, 17. 17 looks like when there was like some changes being done. In 2019 is when it went from $7.99 to $8.99. The next price change for this is happening now. $9.99. $10, man. $10, 1 screen, and no HD. And you know what? Isn't 720 considered HD?
Yeah, this is 480-ish.
480. Dude, that sucks.
They should just give you that free with ads.
That sucks, man. Okay, so now the standard, you get, this is standard HD. This is your 720 and 1080p with 2 screens. It started in 2011 for $7.99. And then when they introduced the no HD, they added $1 to this package with HD, basic HD, and 2 screens, $8.99 in 2014. October of 2015, it went to $9.99. October of 2017, it went up to $10.99. January of 2019, $12.99. October of 2020, $13.99. And the new price is, this is January 2022, $15.49. They've been, I'm going to say this word. They've been gouging the crap out of this option dramatically. Like, think about it. When the basic 1 screen with no definition, with no high def, this is 480. This is anything below 720. Started at $7.99. It went up a total of $2 to $9.99. With the standard high def with 2 screens, it started from $7.99 and it has more than doubled to $15.49 from 2011 to 2022. That is ridiculous. That, like, the math on that concept doesn't even make sense. You go $2 difference on one package, and then this one you go up, what is it, $7 and change difference? $7.50 difference? Holy crap, man. Okay, now this is what everybody is using right now. It's more common to get 4K these days, 4K TVs. Way more common than what it was a few years ago. And even if you're not getting true 4K, you're getting some sorts of 4K. So Netflix introduced their 4K package with 4 screens. I wish they had a package which is 4K one screen. You know what I mean? At a cheaper deal. Like, they need to get rid of, like, anything like no HD, basic, no, like anything below 720, they need to get rid of that. And I get it. That's going to be more for your cell phone, because your cell phone, you're not going to tell the difference. Like, if it's 480p, or actually, I don't know if you would tell the difference or not on 480p and 4K. I would think you would be able to tell some sort of difference.
Yeah, well, it all depends on your cell phone too, right? So the
And
higher end
today's-
phones,
Yeah, go ahead.
the higher end phones today, they are pushing HD, QHD. They're pushing, 120 refresh rates on the screens. You'll notice the difference. Like, if you watch a YouTube video on your phone, you're going to notice the difference between 480 and 4K. You will notice the difference.
For sure. I think what they need to do is they need to get rid of the basic. Well, before I get there, this is what they've done so far with the premium 4K 4 screens. This price was introduced and became available April 2013 at $11.99. That's the highest price that they had when you look at all the prices at the cheapest level for 4K. They held at $11.99 from April 2013 and raised it in October 2017 to $13.99. And then January 2019, $15.99. October 2020, $17.99. And now this year, they don't want to call it $20, so they're going to call it $19.99. Which, to me, you're not fooling anybody anymore. Back in the day, you used to be able to fool people saying like, oh, $9.99. Nope. Nowadays, people say that's $10. When they see $19.99, people are going to say that's $20. They're freaking they lost their damn mind. What they should do is, and this is just me. This is just my opinion. I don't know how you feel about this. What they should do is, and I'll keep the chart up here while we talk about this one. The basic plan should include 720 and 1080p. You could do one screen if you want, whatever. At $9.99, if they want to do that, that's fine. If they want to add 4K for one screen, they should have an option, like saying, hey, I want an option for 4K. One screen's fine, and raise it up to like $2 or like $1.50 or something.
It's still expensive. We wouldn't buy it, but that makes sense as a marketing perspective. So I'll agree with you there.
I definitely still wouldn't buy it, but yeah. And then okay, so we would get rid of the basics. So now standard becomes what your basic one is. Now, if you wanted to add connections, like the standard one has 2 connections, okay, instead of $9.99 or $15.49, I don't know. To me, that's still a hard pill to swallow. $15 for standard HD at 2 screens. If they want to keep it like that and say, okay, I think they should drop that price to maybe $14.99, and then same thing, $1.50 upgrade if you want to do 4K. And then if you want 4K with 4 screens, whatever, $19.99, which I still think is a price gouging thing. So what do you think? What are your thoughts?
I think that the left hand's not talking with the right hand. And what I mean by that is they're not understanding the implications that they're causing and how to work with it at the same time. So by saying people can't share accounts, right? They have to cater to the individuals that only want 1 to 2 screens. Because in a household, now you're going to create more than one account in one household. You are, right? You're going to have, the kid, let's say an average family, you have mom, dad, maybe a teenage kid and a younger kid. So the mom and the dad and the younger kid are going to share a 2 connection account. That's going to go across all their devices and the phones and the TVs. And then they're going to have a kid that might be in, high school, maybe going to college, university, and they're going to have their own account. They're not always going to be home. They're more on the go, and they're going to want an account just for themselves. So there needs to be more packages that's scaled out to understand the implications that they're making their customers have to resort to, right? And I also agree that their price plan for what they're going for is too basic. There has to be an option for HD or no HD, and there has to be more of an option to add connections or don't add connections or remove connections or whatever, right? And I think unless they start to understand that, they're going to lose a lot more people than they think they're going to gain, because some of their price increases, I think, are actually coming from their Korean side, because there's a big push for Korean content right now. Huge. Like, I've been getting notifications about this. They're promoting it everywhere, and they're saying that all these new Korean dramas are coming next month. Right? So they're pulling in Korean dramas, they're pulling in other content from other parts of the world.
I capitalize.
And they are going to get some new customers, because where else are you going to watch this content if that's the content you want to watch, right? But at the same time, unless they start to understand the changes that their current customers are going through, then they're going to lose them. And it's going to be a lot harder to bring them back once you lose them, especially when you have such nice platforms like Disney Plus.
Yeah,
totally. If somebody leaves Netflix and they get a taste of Disney Plus, they're not coming back, bro.
I agree with you 100%. 100%, I agree. So I don't know. Dump Netflix already. Anybody out there who has Netflix, you crazy, man. You crazy.
Can we rant about Microsoft for a second? Can we?
What do you got?
Are we going to talk about Microsoft?
Yeah.
About them buying Activision?
No.
For $68 billion?
Who's heard about this? Leave us a comment. Did you guys hear about this? Say that one more time. What happened? Who bought who? Why, where, when, and how much?
So Microsoft buys Activision for $68.7 billion. The year before, last year, Microsoft bought who? For what, like 10 billion? They bought what? Blizzard? No, Bethesda. So Microsoft owns Activision. They own Bethesda. They have everything else that's going on, and like, it's insane what Microsoft is doing right now. It's absolutely insane. Like, it's mind blowing, because you have to understand, Microsoft now owns Spyro, what the PlayStation game. Microsoft owns them.
That's wasn't that a PlayStation exclusive?
Yeah, Microsoft owns them now. Microsoft owns. Okay, here. Microsoft owns Overwatch. Microsoft owns Diablo. Microsoft owns Call of Duty. Microsoft owns World of Warcraft. Microsoft owns Candy Crush and StarCraft. Do you imagine if they made Call of Duty exclusive to Xbox?
People would lose their shit.
It's not even about which console is better at this point.
Here we go. Yeah, here we go. You know what? I'm taking shots here. Xbox slaps PS5. Where you at, Rojas? Okay. How about this? Go try to pick up a PlayStation 5. Where you at?
You can't buy a PlayStation 5, but you can buy Xboxes, and they have all the games.
Actually, Xbox does not have what PlayStation has.
Not right now, but wait till tomorrow.
Wait till
Next year.
tomorrow. Right now, Xbox has the same thing that PlayStation has. Xbox exclusives are not impressive at all. Where the hell is your Halo? Are they even out?
Yeah, they came out with a Halo. I'm not a Halo fan, but they came out with a Halo. I don't know.
The new one?
Something.
I have one in my cart. Best Buy has them. Best Buy has it right now. You're lying. Actually, today is the 20th.
And he says there's stock at GameStop tomorrow.
They're supposed to be dropping some PS5s either today or tomorrow. Are you lying to me? Are you lying to me? Don't lie to me. What's good, Mark? Yeah, they don't have any. Yeah, Microsoft, Xbox. You could pick up the Xbox Series S at Best Buy. You can't pick up no PlayStations. Did you lie to me, Esse?
Microsoft owns DJ Hero. They own Diablo, Guitar Hero,
Dude,
Skylanders, Spyro, Tony Hawk, SWAT, Zork. What? Hold on. I was reading something the other day. It was basically saying that Sony is still considered to be the number one, I guess, game developer by money wise, right? But I think Microsoft now owns 32 gaming studios. So maybe Sony's still ranked as number one, but there's a lot more studios that are underneath Microsoft's belt now. And I want to put something into perspective just so you guys understand. If you Google right now, the number one game company, developer, whatever, it's going to come up as Sony. But Microsoft owns the most gaming studios, and Microsoft is valued at a $2 trillion company. They have enough money to buy a country. That's not even a joke.
Holy crap.
They have enough money to buy a country. Right. So right now, Sony is still number one, but Microsoft has enough money and capital available to really dive into some of these studios and pump them up. I don't know if they're going to. Now, some of the other speculations, I don't know if Microsoft said this themselves, but they're saying that the reason they're doubling down on this, and I think there's another reason, but they just don't want to say it. The reason they're doubling down on it is because of the metaverse and gaming. I think the other reason is to really throw some sand in PlayStation's eyes, but hey,
they can try. And you know what? I'm not mad at that at all. Microsoft needs to start doing something because they've been shit. And it's like, you know what? You don't even have to take my word for it. If you just look at numbers, if you recall, I said before I bought the PS4, I was going to buy the Xbox, because that's where all the games were at. When the PS3 came out and the 360 came out, the 360 is where it was at until they screwed themselves over. And that slowly started to happen until the Xbox One and the PS4 were launched. Numbers don't lie. Like you said, you could Google it. Number one gaming platform or place that you can get is the PlayStation. But I'm not mad that PlayStation or that Microsoft is buying all these other companies like Activision or Blizzard or whatever it is that they're trying to get their hands on, because hopefully it would light a fire under their ass and will say, hey, we need to start making some serious exclusives here. Or maybe they're the ones that are going to start to really bridge cross gaming platform. But PlayStation needs some serious competition, and the only time it was ever going back and forth was PS3 and the 360. That was when it was leaning on the 360 side. But the PS2, most sold platform of all time, you can't compete against those numbers. Best games of all time, all on PlayStation. So I'm actually happy that Microsoft is doing something, because they need to do something. What happened to Nintendo when they bought out Sega Genesis? it didn't take that long to Nintendo to slowly start. Now, when people say like, "Oh yeah, I got a Nintendo," they're like, "Ha, you got kids?" You know,
They own Crash Bandicoot too.
they own Crash. Do they, dude? That's huge.
Xbox owns Crash Bandicoot.
That's huge, man. That's why. So this is what I see happening with Microsoft doing what they're doing. Oh yeah, time for my daily dose of BS. Here we go, Cyclone. Here is here is what I think Sony, not Sony, I'm sorry, Microsoft's gonna do. Which makes sense. It makes sense. They're gonna open up to more games being available on both platforms. They're going to start catching up to PlayStation a little bit. I don't know if they're going to surpass them as the dominant selling console. I don't know what numbers are. You know what? It doesn't really matter at that point who is selling what. It's going to come down to preference. Like me, I'm a big Sony guy. I almost jumped to the Xbox and I didn't. I stayed on the Sony pony. But this is what's going to be more important. If they can get more games available on both sides of the spectrum, the cross-play should be more available. Yes, PlayStation will have their exclusives under the PlayStation Indie side, and Microsoft with, I think it's Microsoft Gameplay, they will have their own exclusives within the Microsoft side, which makes sense. By them going after some of these exclusive games that were available on PlayStation and make them available to both sides, and you can play, it's going to open up doors on that Microsoft side. A lot of people who are on PlayStation now could say, like you and me have had this convo. You've asked me like, hey, do you have the Call of Duty? It's like, I don't, but I'll find out to see if I can cross play with you. And if I can, I'll get it just so that way I could play with you guys. But that's the biggest thing, because we're on different parts of the gaming console wars. We don't really, we can't really play too much of the same games besides Fortnite, I think Fortnite is the only console that you could play just about anywhere. Nintendo, PC, cell phones, Xbox, PlayStation, you could play anywhere on that thing. Call of Duty has been cross-platform. Well, are you calling me out now, Digital Slang? Which one are you guys playing? And I'm gonna see if I can.
We've been trying to play Vanguard, but it's so glitchy that we just given up the last 2 times. It's been that glitchy that it's just like, forget this.
Is that on the new Xbox?
Yeah.
This is a multi-platform. What's up, Fireless? What's up, Giorgio? I saw you earlier. Yeah, it's interesting. They ruined it with the new map. You know what? Call of Duty is just one of those classic games. But Battlefield is a lot better. So you were going to go on a rant, weren't you?
That was my rant.
That was your rant.
It's just crazy to me to think that they own Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon. Like those are that's like PlayStation buying Gears of War or Halo. No?
Yeah, that'll be the exact same thing.
Like it's just confusing at that point. Like I don't understand. Okay, like one thing, I think that it's gonna make Xbox Game Pass really, really nice going into the next year when we start game development takes usually more than a year. So when we start to see the turnarounds on this stuff, I think that we're going to see some really nice things happening to Game Pass. And who knows, maybe this is going to be a really good thing for people that can't buy a console, because now they can get access through, streaming services or playing on their PC, because Microsoft does do a very good job of allowing access to people to play on their PC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah.
Should be interesting what they do. I'm gonna be keeping an eye on it because again, you just never know. You guys need to get the Quest 2. I'm waiting for the PlayStation one, the new PSVR 2. Yeah, I really do hope Microsoft doesn't sit on it or ruin some of these games. And I really do hope they make it cross-platform. Actually, speaking of those type of adventure games like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot, it's funny where this has turned into now a gaming convo. I'm actually very, very, very excited. Very excited about what's it called? Ratchet and Clank.
Huh?
Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
There's a new one called Ratchet and Clank Drift Apart or Rift Apart.
Okay.
Something. Okay, so I've been playing this thing now for a week. And it is such a fun game. And I mean, like those adventure style games, like what they've done to this game are things that hasn't been done to gaming yet, and they're making it happen. I don't know if that one's available on Xbox, but if you have it available, that's a game that you should check out for sure. So much fun. It keeps you involved. It keeps you interested. The remote on, again, I don't know what the Microsoft remote is doing, but as far as the PlayStation remote, that new remote with all the new swiping that you could do on the little pad, plus the mic, the speaker, the different types of vibrations like on the remote, it's insane what they're doing with this thing. You know what I mean?
I had to run the numbers. Microsoft has enough money to buy Italy. That's a top 10 country according to GDP. I had to run the numbers. They got 2.3 trillion, and GDP, Italy's GDP is 2.2. So they have enough money to buy Italy.
Dr. Arnold says, late to the show, but I'm here. Good to see you, Dr. Arnold. Good to see you. That's funny, dude. Yeah. Okay, so has Netflix dropped anything yet?
Like what?
The numbers.
Oh shit. I was like, what?
We're doing this live, man. We're we're getting this live feed here.
Let me see. Netflix. Netflix subscriber growth forecast came in below analyst estimates.
Come on, spit it out. Spit it out.
It says earnings per share came in at $1.33 versus 88 cents expected, which looks good. Revenue is 7.71 billion versus 7.71 billion expected. Net subscriber additions, they got 8.28 million versus 8.13 million expected. So that seems good.
8.2.
8.2.
What was their actual growth? What did they have before?
This is just versus their expectations. It doesn't tell me what they were at before.
Versus their expectations, they could just throw whatever number out there. Like, hey, I expect us to have 20 people watching our show. Hey, look, we got 22 people. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, no, Netflix, that is ish. I wonder how many subscribers they had before and how many subscribers they have now. That's the question. How much did they lose or gain? I would expect they would have gained because since you can't share your stuff, people have to subscribe for it, and people are going to be used to Netflix.
Price per share.
So what they got? What do they got? What do they got?
Netflix.
So Next Level's pulling up some numbers, see if it's reported. They're probably not reporting it yet. But I don't know. Just kind of curious. Kind of curious. Can't find nothing?
Reuters has an article here that came out at 4:19, 3 minutes ago.
Hot off the press.
It says Netflix Inc. fell short of Wall Street's forecast for new subscribers at the end of last year and offered a weaker than expected forecast for early 2022 as rivals amped up the competition in the battle for streaming television viewers. The world's largest streaming service added 8.3 million customers from October to December when it released a heavy lineup of new programming, including the star-studded movies Red Notice and Don't Look Up. Speaking of Don't Look Up, I wasn't really a fan. A lot of people talked about it. I found it kind of boring. New season of The Witcher. I knew a lot of people were watching The Witcher. Did you watch Don't Look Up? Yeah.
What are the numbers? Give me the numbers.
It says shares of Netflix dropped by 10%. The company global subscriber total reached 221.8 million. That's what they reached. I don't know what they were at before. The company rode a roller coaster ride. We're at 221 million subscribers
right now.
Yeah. That's what you're at. This article is very one-sided. So it says in 2022, Netflix subscriber growth has been expected to stabilize and return to the pace logged before the pandemic. And I don't think that's realistic for anybody to think that for especially Netflix to have, because there's a lot more competition in the market than before the pandemic really started. You know what I mean? So I don't think that they're going to have the same kind of growth.
221.8 for last year subscribers.
That's right now.
Okay, so it's probably okay. So that's probably because of the whole India thing.
Maybe.
So check this out.
Korea.
Korea. So I just pulled something interesting here. In 2020, Netflix had 214 million subscribers.
Yeah, Dimmy just said that in the chat too. What's up, Dimmy?
What's up, Dimmy?
Is that vlog? You got a vlogging channel?
You got a vlog channel.
All right.
I gotta check the vlog channel out.
Are you vlogging while you're working out on the treadmill while you're listening to Beyond the Streams?
So, according to this, Netflix had 214 million subscribers
Sorry,
in 2020. Wrong account. And then in 2021, they finished the year at 208 million. They went down.
Okay.
Now, they just opened up the markets in India. Well, they lowered the prices in India, and now they're opening it up in South Korea. And what was the number? 220 something?
221.
So they're adding more to their market worldwide. So it went up a little bit, but Netflix is struggling from what it sounds like. I did want to say this. Are you looking down? I don't look up. I gotta say this, and I have to partially agree and disagree. Going back to the whole Microsoft buying. So you muted yourself, by the way. Okay, I think he's talking to somebody else right now. So Microsoft buying its competition is bad for the gaming industries. And this is a very good comparison. when the WWF, before it was, well, back in the day, it used to be WWE, or it's now WWE, used to be WWF. When they bought WCW, and you're missing one, ECW. Remember, they bought ECW also. It made wrestling boring for a whole generation. And I do agree with this. Competition is innovation. I do agree with that. Here's the only thing. Is I think if Microsoft does buy them, and this is what I was saying earlier, if Microsoft isn't buying them, Microsoft already bought them. I hope Microsoft does something with what they got. I hope they don't just sit on it, and I hope they don't let the studios figure it out. I hope they do something with that, with those games. If they're going to make it cross-platform, maybe they're going to open it up for cross-platform, or maybe they'll make some exclusive stuff for each console. I don't know. But yeah, when you just look at raw numbers, and I did say earlier, exclude numbers, and you look at Xbox and PlayStation, you could just Google it. PlayStation just dominates Xbox, and I think the only time Xbox ever dominated PlayStation was PS3 versus the Xbox 360, and the only reason why for that was because all the games coming out for the PS3 were already on the PS2. So yeah, I don't know. I hope they do something. Demi is saying whatever Microsoft buys, they destroy it, and I like Microsoft. You know what? I've seen Microsoft do some stupid things, and I really hope by them buying Blizzard and Activision and whatever else they're buying, I hope they let those companies do what they're gonna do and they fund them. It's just a little, I don't know. I don't know. I have a feeling it might bring a fire to them or something. I don't know. And PlayStation is just going to continue doing what they're doing. What's up?
Sorry about that.
So yeah.
Yeah, I was saying the article was one-sided because they're talking about it's got competitors like Walt Disney, HBO Max, and those competitors are pouring billions into the streaming market. But so is Netflix. They're just not doing it in America. Well, they are, but they're not. Like, let's be real. They did give Dave Chappelle $50 million, and they invested into that Shyamalan Night Guy or whatever, and that other person who wrote Grey's Anatomy.
But they're also charging us as in US more.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Digital Slang is trying to sell me his Fold 3. Dude, you know what I'm waiting for. You told me to wait for it, so now I'm going to wait for it.
I'll buy that Fold 3 for $800.
$800. It's actually a good price. Is that Canadian? In Canadian, $800?
If he accepts the Canadian, I'll give him gladly. Jeez.
Hope is the last to die, Rojas. Yeah. I don't know. I do. I do hope that. Yeah, I know how hope. There go with the hope again. $800. You're nuts. How about $750?
You're going the wrong way.
Oh, $825. Sold. Yeah, I don't know. I just. Like, they better do something. How about that? Microsoft better do something with Activision and Blizzard. They better do something with everything that they're purchasing.
How about that?
How about that? They better do something with it, because if not, they're again, like, you know, I don't want, like, I'm a fan of Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. They're fun games. So I just hope they just better do something. How about that? I'll just leave it like that. Just do something with it, damn it. Throw in the monitor. There you go. So how about this? $800 plus the monitor that Next Level has for the Fold. Oh man. Anyway, yeah, a lot of stuff. We pretty much covered what, 2 topics: gaming and streaming. Freaking Netflix. We'll see what Netflix does. I think by them lowering that price in India was a good move because more people will subscribe. I think they are missing the market with the US because remember, there's money in the United States. And by them hiking up the price, that's a greedy move. If anything, they should be dropping the prices for us because they lost a lot of subscribers. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
They just need to drop the price in the States so that way it could be more like, okay, if it was, you know what, if it was like $12.99 to get their Netflix in 4K, I would consider it. I don't know if I would get it. I would consider it though. But that's their highest package at $12.99. You know? Oh, that's a good question. How many streaming platforms should we have?
If you're running a lean ship, like real lean, and you're watching your budget, then the real answer to that is 1. But what I mean by that is, you would pick and choose which streaming platform you watch and when. It's a streaming platform. You don't own it, you rent it. So you watch the content whenever you want to watch the content. If there's something that's coming out on a certain platform and you want to watch it, you're not obligated to stay in another streaming platform. So if your budget for the month is, I don't know, $20, and you could probably get 2 streaming platforms for the same price that Netflix is selling you $20. But if there's something that Netflix is coming out with, let's say Ozark, and you really want to watch it and you're tight on money, then you don't have to be in those other 2 streaming services if you don't need to be. And you could jump back in the next month. If you really wanted to be lean and green and you're watching your money, you could work this out all in an Excel spreadsheet telling you what days to sell, what days to buy.
And you know what? I was just going to say that too, because you've said this before. You don't have to get Netflix year round. You don't have to keep it. If you're like, hey, I love Cobra Kai, get Netflix for the month of January and you're done.
Done.
And then if you're like, oh, Disney is dropping another episode of, or another TV show, you know, and you know what, this is the other thing I would recommend on top of what you're saying. I'm going to take what you're saying just a little bit further.
Can't say it. You don't want to say it, huh?
We're going to take this to the next level.
The next level.
So with doing what Nex is saying about getting Netflix for that month, and Disney Plus drops, like they have their originals like Hawkeye or Moon Knight's coming out soon. You know, I think they said March. And I haven't read into it yet, but I think it's going to be 6 episodes. That's how typically all these Marvel TV shows have been. Wait until if it drops in March, the last episode is going to be the middle of April. Wait till the very last episode and then get your Disney Plus so you could get all the episodes in one shot. And then you could enjoy it for that month of anything that's been released. You could do it very strategically that you don't have to have all these services forever for, you know, you're tied into it. And like Digital Slang just said, you can get T-Mobile, they will pay for your Netflix. I got Verizon and they pay for my Disney, my ESPN Plus, and my Hulu. They pay for all 3. How are you doing? And I disagree. Microsoft has to do a hell of a lot more because they're going downhill. Just saying. But the best way to get everything is to hook up with a good group of friends and a family of 3. No, you can't. Not with like Netflix. You can't share it. You can't share your stuff. And you know what? The problem with that statement is Disney eventually is going to cut that off. Hulu is definitely going to cut that off because they're owned by Disney. Apple TV is going to cut that off. All streaming services are going to cut that off that you share with a friend. I think right now you're allowed to share, and it says you could share like up to like 2 or 3 IP addresses. But eventually what they're going to do is they're going to cut that off completely. How much do you pay, Rojas? Rojas Verizon baller? Yeah, Verizon's expensive. I share my Netflix with 2 other people for years now.
For years now, but years to come, it's not going to be a thing anymore.
Not going to be a thing anymore.
There are
They're
going
gonna
to be a
shut
lot more
you down.
companies that are going to offer free streaming accounts. I know Crypto.com, they have one of those prepaid Visa cards that if you invest, I think, a couple $1,000s with them, they'll give you a free Netflix account. So, woohoo.
Yeah. But yeah, my Verizon bill is not that bad. The thing is that I have unlimited everything, and I have to have unlimited everything. I've been with Sprint for such a long time, and I was, my bill wasn't that bad either. But when you look at your bill and they're just like, oh, because you have this unlimited whatever it is, we'll pay for your Netflix or Hulu or Disney Plus or whatever it is. They have a lot of these bundles. And actually, if you guys don't know, it's funny that we're talking about T-Mobile and that they pay for your Netflix. T-Mobile is coming up with a streaming stick. We're going to be covering that actually pretty soon. T-Mobile is coming out, competing.
I think it might even be out already.
Is it?
Maybe, but I don't want to talk about it.
You guys got to stay tuned to an episode coming soon to a YouTube channel near you. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there's a lot of sticks that are coming out.
Yeah,
there's a lot of them, and we're going to cover it. So you just got to stay tuned. They can stop it if they IP lock it. That's what they're doing. That's what Netflix is doing. They're IP locking it. IP lock can be overcome. No, it can't. If they know you're on a VPN, guess what?
and it's easy to figure out if you're on a VPN or not.
Oh, yeah, big time. Big time.
It's especially for a large company. If all of their connections that are coming in have the same IP address, then you're sharing it with a VPN. It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Like, hold on. Which company was it?
Netflix, probably.
No, it wasn't Netflix. Hold on. Peacock. Peacock? Wasn't Peacock... Peacock was banning VPN servers.
They're banning VPN servers, and then they're also banning countries.
Right.
And you couldn't be in another country VPN and try to come into this country to see it because they were blocking that too.
They were blocking that, and because it's easy to figure out if you're on a VPN or not.
Mm-hmm. Hulu is not only for US. Hulu's available just about everywhere, isn't it?
I have no idea. I don't personally have any services.
I want to say Hulu is is Hulu available worldwide? That's a good question. Is Hulu available internationally? It's not available international. The only way to get it international is either VPN or military installations. So, but also Hulu doesn't have Hulu doesn't have in their terms of service that they're blocking VPNs and that you could only use it in your household. They haven't added those blocks yet. And I think as Hulu continues to grow, I think that could be something that might happen. So Netflix is slowly rolling that out. Peacock is rolling it out. Yeah, it's going to happen eventually. Is just be ready for it. Just be ready for it. What else we got? Do we got anything else going on? They can't stop sharing. Hulu works with and without a VPN as of right now. So I don't know what you want me to test, Fireless. Hulu works either way. They haven't added anything to their servers to block anything, so where's Yellow Jackets? Is that a Netflix? Canuck Marks out is saying, has anybody watched Yellow Jackets? Netflix is the worst, especially outside of the US.
Showtime? It's a Showtime show? Where would you watch it? Where do you watch Showtime?
Actually, I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's Netflix. I think.
Showtime. Canuck Marks says Showtime.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it yet. I've heard a lot of things about it. I haven't seen it yet though. Cable. So yeah. So we're already an hour in. Crazy. Time flies. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming to the streaming world that everybody should probably be looking out for. And I'm telling you guys, VPNs are not going to work pretty soon. And it's I think we discussed this. We discussed this a while ago too. We're talking about how that country might not have the rights to air certain things.
Right.
So yeah, we've discussed this several times. So I just keep an eye on it. You never know what's going to happen. Cool. So we're going to start wrapping up the show. Anybody that wants us to discuss about anything better say something now.
I mean, since we're on Netflix, top shows coming out on Netflix is Munich, The Edge of War. This comes out tomorrow. Home Team comes out on the 28th. Ozark obviously comes out tomorrow. The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. It comes out on the 28th. What a title. Oh, wow. So there's a big list of stuff that they released as of January 1st, like some old stuff that Netflix got, like Braveheart, Annie, Godzilla, G.I. Joe's, like a lot of old stuff Netflix added. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Nacho Libre, Chief Daddy 2, Going for Broke. Okay, all right.
Ozark is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's on my list to watch. I haven't seen it yet.
That's right, Dimmy. It's my biggest bag. Let's go.
I have a bag in that too. Cyclone, you're always late to the show, and then you want us to go an additional 2 hours. There you go. But if you're looking for a VPN, we got a deal. Check the description below. Sweet. So we are gonna wrap this up. Hope you guys appreciated this episode. We try to give you guys what we find. Like this is stuff that we look up articles, we do our research, and there's a lot of stuff that's coming. So we just try to get you guys prepared, so when something does come, you guys know what's up. Additional 2 hours will be just fine, Cyclone. You're nuts. So maybe one of these days we'll do a longer show, but next level, no. But anyway, if that 4 more hours, crazy. Oh man, cool. So yeah, make sure you guys do subscribe. Make sure you guys do share the video. We appreciate when you guys do come. Stay tuned. We got some more episodes coming. We got some more stuff coming. We get in depth with a couple things. So next level, anything you got before we get the hell out of here?
You know what I say. Thank you guys for coming out and enjoying the Beyond the Streams episode today. If you liked the content, make sure that you leave a review anywhere that you're listening to the episode so that other viewers like yourself can find the content that you enjoy. If you guys are looking to be a part of the conversation, be a part of the community, make sure that you come out every Thursday around 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do a live show 3 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to be part of the conversation, come over to the Beyond the Streams YouTube channel and make sure that you are subscribed and you have your notifications turned on, as well as the BS Clips channel. You never know where the conversations are going to go. We have other content creators to CEOs of companies that come on for interviews. So you never know where the conversations are going to go. You never know who we're going to have on. So until next one, we'll see you guys. Peace.
Peace.